Hello everyone. Today I will tell you guys what 6 months of language learning looks like when you are learning it by yourself. The language I am learning is French in particular. And I will first begin with telling you guys the experience I had with French before I started learning, because it's a very important factor on how quickly you can learn French. Then I will actually show you guys practically how well I can speak and how well I can read, and how well my listening abilities have developed. It's also been noted that French is my 5th language that I'm learning, but this 5th language I'm learning is actually I'm doing it myself. The previous 4 I learned academically. I didn't do it myself. I learned it with a teacher in a classroom environment. So number 1, let me tell you about my previous experience with French. So I never lived near any French speaking people. I never learned French previously in school or something. I don't know any other Romance language, like for example if you know Italian, it's a Romance language. Then or Spanish, it's also a Romance language. Then French learning becomes much easier compared to a person who doesn't know a Romance language. So I don't know any other Romance language. The only thing I knew about French that the word bonjour, and I wasn't even sure if it's actually a French word. I also didn't know what it actually meant. Now, on the positive side, I'm very good at English. So English and if you don't know French and English have very similar vocabulary. So while the grammar works differently, the vocabulary is very similar. And not everything is similar, but there are like similar words. For example, to camp in English, the word to camp in French is camping. And restaurant in English actually means restaurant in French. So if you know English, you get a little advantage over those people who doesn't know English and are learning French. So there's one plus point. And as mentioned earlier, this is the first time I'm learning language. So if you are, regardless of whatever new language you are learning, if you are learning it for the first time by yourself, then you will come through some barriers. You just want to know how to solve it. The progress is slower when you are learning for the first time, but after the first time, things become fast. And later on, I will be making a detailed video about all the issues and problems I went through in the language learning journey. Different issues on different levels. You will find different issues, and I'm gonna make detailed videos about those. Alright, let's pretend you just came to my home and we just sat in front of each other on sofa and we just started talking. So we are gonna start from there. I'm not sure where will this conversation go, but let's just do it. Bonjour. J'ai cuisiné pour mes parents. J'ai cuisiné le dîner pour mes parents quand tu as frappé à la porte. Je veux dites-vous pour ces vacances, je vais à la France pour 3 mois. Quand j'étais resté en France pour mes vacances, c'était très agréable. J'aime France, j'aime Paris. J'étais à Paris tous les matins. J'allais à boulangerie et je mangeais un croissant et buvais un café. J'aime croissant de française. Et tous les soirs, j'allais à marché et je mangeais beaucoup de nutriments et je l'aime beaucoup, très beaucoup. Alors j'ai envie de retourner en France pour ces vacances. Mais il y a un problème. J'ai peur de l'avion. J'ai horreur de l'avion. Alors, j'ai l'intention de prendre un train. الخاصة باللغة. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. That was already very difficult for me to say. So, yeah, it was very difficult. Tell me that if you are a fluent French speaker, if you can French speak decently even, just tell me what you think about my French. I would really like to know. I would be reading this comments. Alright. Now I want to say something there. If you see one of those videos on internet, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc., and there are a lot of these such kind of videos where a person said, I just learned the language for 1 or 2 months or 3 months, and he begins to spew out sentences, different sentences. And those sentences are basically introductions and greetings. For example, in French that would be Bonjour, comment allez-vous, comment ça va, je m'appelle Adam, je suis français, je ne suis pas français, je suis l'anglais, je suis de Londres. These type of things, these are, if he says introductions and greetings, these type of things, realize immediately that person cannot speak in French. These are greetings, and if you have already started language learning, you should have realized that in many of these courses, greetings are one of the first things that a person learns in language learning. So don't get tricked by it. So the reason I'm telling you this is because new language learners, I myself was a victim of it. We go through these videos on internet, Facebook, Instagram, and we see, oh my god, these guys are speaking so well. I can't speak anything after 2 or 3 months. And people get kind of depressed. People get depressed, demotivated. So don't be demotivated by that guy cannot speak French. Those are greetings. Can he explain concepts, thinking something like an idea? I just explained an idea to you, like for example, I was afraid of train. I feel like I want to go to Paris, so kind of like, but still, I have limitations. I cannot speak fluently. Now, when it comes to my speaking ability, you saw that I said something. But let me tell you, I cannot take part in a conversation. I just cannot take part in any conversation. Maybe not any conversation, but in a proper conversation, I just can't do it. I cannot explain concepts, I cannot properly explain ideas. While I just did, there are heavy limitations on what I am able to express to you guys. My vocabulary, while it expanded a lot in 6 months, is still just not there. I cannot give any instructions, and maybe not any instructions, but I cannot give complex instructions. I don't want you to get your expectations wrong, because the videos that are on Facebook, Instagram, let me tell you, not just me, lots of new learners, they just go wild those, and they say, oh my god, this person learned in 4 and 5 months, yet he cannot speak, yet I cannot speak yet I cannot speak so well. In reality, he just memorized some phrases and is repeating those phrases. So don't get tricked by this, get your expectations real. Okay, let's talk about listening. After 6 months, can I listen conversations or videos, watch videos, etc.? When it comes to listening, my listening is still very easy. I cannot listen to regular conversations. I cannot listen to news. I can only listen to things that are specially designed for beginners, easy to understand. I still cannot understand conversations. I'm just not there yet. When I start listening, even if I know the vocabulary, I know the sentence, before I'm able to translate it in my head, it's already moved to another sentence. So French, that's basically because my brain is still not familiar with French. It takes time, it takes practice, it will take more vocabulary for me to understand sentences while listening them in a fast and proper manner. It just happens. Listening is a very difficult skill and it takes time to work properly. Let's talk about reading. Now I can read, but I cannot read random news articles. I cannot read random posts. I cannot read instructions. The things that I can read are those things which are specially designed for new language learners. But regular reading, no, I'm not there yet, even after 6 months. If you guys want to ask anything before starting language, ask in comments. I will answer them. Whatever questions you have, you can ask. And also, tell me what do you guys think about my French in comments. I'm really looking forward to reading those comments. Please tell me. I want to know. If you can speak French properly, please, down below, tell me what do you guys think. I'm really looking forward to seeing those comments. See you guys again. Au revoir, à bientôt.